It's cruise day. Let's head over to Cape Liberty to board Oasis of the Seas. We're doing what the avid cruisers called the starter itinerary for Cape Liberty. We're doing a 7-night cruise, which goes down to Cape Canaveral, Nassau, and perfect day at CocoCay. This is going to be my 5th time on Oasis of the Seas, and this will be, I think, my 7th time doing this itinerary. We have a big party this time. I'm not going solo. I'm not going with just my brother. We're going 14 of us, big family cruise. And we have a van outside that's going to pick us up in just a few minutes. So I will see you when we get to the port. I recommend the use of a van service, especially in Cape Liberty, because the parking is way off in the distance, and the van, it drops you off right here. We would have had to take 2 cars, so it's cheaper to take this service than to park 2 cars for a week. I will say that the line is definitely not bad out here despite the heightened crowds, but that won't say anything about what's inside though. It does look pretty efficient in here, not gonna lie. That process was pretty quick, less than 10 minutes. I was pretty surprised considering the crowds outside, but they're very efficient in here. First thing is always muster, that's done. Second thing is always Flowrider waiver, and that will be completed shortly. Unfortunately, the stand-up wave is broken, so there's one pump running, and that one pump will do boogie boarding for this side. But the wave is fully functional on the other side, so that wave is gonna do both boogie boarding and stand-up. A little bit of a bummer, since I like riding a lot. The hours that they have for stand-up is pretty much the same as I usually ride on ships that only have one wave, in the morning and in the evening. We don't really have as much time to go to the Windjammer, and it's probably past prime time to eat. It's very crowded there right now, so we got a Loco Fresh for lunch before the Flowrider begins. It's go time. My name's Zach, and this is my first drink of the day. Shout out Travel Spree. This is a virgin strawberry mojito. Again, I don't drink, but I gotta take advantage of these 4 free drinks a day. It's a real shame that this wave is half broken, because this was the wave that I actually started Flowrider on way back in 2022. This was the ship that started it all for Flowrider and also for my unofficial, official cruising addiction. As we make our way back to our room, we're passing the one and only, literally the one and only Portside Barbecue. I love this restaurant, but it is only on this ship, and I will definitely be investing some of that onboard credit into a lunch here. Our luggage is here. We've arrived at room 8301. Let's take a look. First thing I noticed about this room is different carpet. But anyway, let's take a look at this room. Got our couch here. We got our 2 beds split. We got a phone that does not have a USB, but there is a hidden power outlet down there by the side table. Moving along, we have our Boardwalk Balcony. Let's take a look out here. There's the carousel, and here is our boardwalk balcony. Coming back into the room, we have our desk, TV. We got 3 power outlets there. We have our cooler in there, some drawers, our closet, hangers, safe, shelves, and here we have the bathroom. Typical Royal Caribbean bathroom circa 2009, space capsule shower. This will do. And I didn't know, we also have a connecting door to the next room over. We probably will not be utilizing that door. Primary objective of coming back to the room was to unpack, so I'm going to do that right now. Everything fits. A little bit of a tight squeeze compared to Symphony and even a ship like Independence, but we made it work. We're sailing away now from Cape Liberty. It's too late to say I forgot my toothbrush at home. Just kidding. This is still such a fantastic sail away. We'll be going under the Verrazano Bridge momentarily. And here we go again, underneath the Verrazano Bridge. This ship is about 3 stories taller than Independence of the Seas, so it's a much tighter squeeze. But those smokestacks are retractable. They're usually upright, but they retract when we go under the bridge. And apparently Icon class has this feature too. So it is feasible that the Icon class can come here, but here we go, under the bridge. Oh, he missed as we were going under the bridge. And there it goes. We are now in the open ocean. We're nearing the end of the stand-up session for today, and the line has been fluctuating. There's been a few people in line, but not many blue bands today. I think about 5 or 6 blue bands. It was pretty good, but I don't think it's gonna stay like this for the rest of the cruise. Okay, back in the room, Flowrider's done. It's about 6:10 right now. Dinner's at 6:45, so I gotta get ready and I gotta charge this phone because it's at 6%. I will see you when I'm ready for dinner. Ooh, takes a bit of force to open that door. Okay, we're ready for dinner. Let's go. Here's a look at the menu for night 1, the welcome aboard night. This is my favorite night in the main dining room. I'm going to get the, where is it? Prime rib. And this is what a table of 14 looks like. Apparently I can only have 1 main course at a time, so we're starting with the prime rib. And we're back for round 2. Here is the fried chicken. Look at this. After my last cruise where I only had 1 sunset that I saw, this is either foggy or the time didn't line up. This is a really stinking good sunset tonight. It may be because I was just on Freedom class, but this hallway seems a lot wider than other ships that I've been on. I don't know. Could be going insane on day 1 of the cruise. Main dining room was good. Nothing to write home about. I'm now going to continue my evening. And by continue my evening, I'm going to hopefully meet some new friends, go gamble a little bit, donate to the cruise line, and see what else is in store for night 1 of our cruise. I haven't been in Central Park yet this cruise, but look at how lush it is. This is definitely more lush than the other Central Parks that exist in the fleet. Look at how big that tree is. I mean, it makes sense because this Central Park has been around the longest out of all of them. I didn't do well in the casino, but it was remedied by the fact that I made a lot of friends. I made some new friends, and I found a lot of old friends, some of which were on Symphony of the Seas last summer, this exact week. Them and their families have a scheme for booking these cruises. It was nice to see all of them. Tomorrow, day 2, is a sea day. Early start for 9 a.m. Flowrider, but we're going to continue this series on Oasis of the Seas. So I bid you farewell for now. Good morning. It is day 2 on Oasis of the Seas. I slept like crap. The mix of the first night in a foreign bed, and there was this really loud creaking noise. Not even creaking, it sounded like banging. I slept probably 4 hours, not even, but I'm heading up to the Windjammer now to get some breakfast, and then we will go to the Flowrider at 9 o'clock. That is, if the Flowrider ends up happening today. Well, it's very warm outside. Conditions don't look too great. You can see the gray sky here. Looks to be a little windy from what I've seen. However, I have seen some breaks in the clouds, so maybe we're approaching the end of this system here. The Flowrider is operational today, so if you can get a morning with crappy weather, this is definitely the time to come. I always say that port day mornings are a great way to ride the Flowrider with very little crowds, but this is a good second best. You see over at this wave, there is nobody in line. This is fantastic for riders who want to do boogie boarding. I thought it was clearing up, but then this bad rain started, so I'm sheltering underneath the bar here until we go back. I don't know if you can hear me because my phone's in a waterproof case right now, but I'm not in a waterproof case, so I gotta get back. And you probably can't see anything because there's water droplets on my phone. Still raining out, but being in a balcony room, we can take advantage of drying our bathing suits outside, and we pulled the chairs closer to us so they don't get wet while they're trying to dry. We didn't have a balcony room on Independence, and I didn't have a balcony room on my second symphony cruise. Anyway, since it's still raining, I'm gonna be indoors for most of the rest of the day until 4 o'clock Flowrider. And we're gonna do our normal sea day routine, lunch, gym, second lunch, you know the drill. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that the parade was starting at 12:15, so here I am frantically getting my pizza and getting out of there so I don't get caught. We're definitely sailing into nicer weather here, which is contrary to what it was this morning. I just finished up my second lunch at Solarium Bistro, which is a great alternative to the Wind Gym, or especially on sea days. You don't have as many options, but it's still a great place to grab a bite. I didn't expect to win adult dodgeball, but here we are. We had a great team. And look at this in the distance. Let me focus that. That's insane. The best part about having a balcony is we can see how the weather is. It was just pouring and now it's getting very nice out. So I just put on sunscreen and I'm gonna head up to the Flowrider for a few hours. There's still about an hour and a half left of the Flowrider, and the sky is not looking too hot over here. We might be going back into some more rain. You can see the rain over there. So I'm hoping to stick it out for a while, but if it starts raining, I'll probably just call it a day and head back and get ready for dinner early. Unfortunately, I did end up cutting my Flowrider time short because the rain is continuing and I didn't want to be late for dinner because Flowrider ended at 7 and dinner's at 6:45, so I would have had negative 15 minutes to get ready for dinner. Something's not checking out there. I will catch up with you when I am ready for dinner. Okay, ready for dinner. It is formal night, and that was probably world record for one of the quickest turnaround times that I've had between Flowrider and dinner, so you all should be very proud of me. It's French night tonight in the dining room. I don't eat any of the French dishes, so I used some onboard credit to get the Chops Grill Filet Mignon. As of the recording of today's video, it's MLB All-Star Week, so we came to Playmakers to see if they had the Home Run Derby on television, but unfortunately, it's Netflix exclusive, so ESPN Caribbean and Sport 24 and all the other royal channels don't have access to the Home Run Derby. We've resorted to watching the Home Run Derby on an iPhone in the Boardwalk. And Ben Rice is not doing good in his first 2 swings. Well, at least he hit more than Jazz Chisholm did last year. I love this hallway by the casino, defying all odds, beat the house, playing the numbers. against all odds, just random historical events. I guess it's trying to reassure people before they go into the gambling gallery down there. It's later now. I'm chilling on a bench here in Central Park. Tomorrow is day 3. It's our first port day on this cruise. We're going to Cape Canaveral, Florida. It was a pretty good night tonight in the casino and otherwise. So I will see you when we open up day 3. Good night.